Hi there, my name is Quinn Bishop and I'm the Educational Director at Curlture Salon here in Santa Rosa, California. And I'm coming here today to show you a pretty quick and simple routine for your curly hair. I'm going to be going over how to cleanse, condition, and style your hair to get more hydrated, shiny, bouncy curls. And the set that I'm going to show you is actually, this is the final result. So I'll give you a quick little tour. One thing I should say about this is my hair is low porosity, finer, low density. So I don't have a ton of hair. It's kind of prone to being flat and less curly. All the products that I use today are Innersense Organic Beauty, and I'll show you each one of those now. I started with the Color Awakening Hair Bath, the Color Radiant Conditioner, the I Create Hold Gel, I Create Lift Volumizing Foam, and then I finished off with I Create Finish. So I really hope that you learned something today and that this may help you on your journey with your curly hair. And I'd love to help you beyond this video. So if you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. Share this video with a friend that maybe I can help them too. Okay. And so I pre-wet my hair. So my hair is already pretty wet, but I'm gonna start with the hair bath. I'm using Innersense Organic Color Awakening Hair Bath. This is for color treated hair, although all of their cleansers are. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna re-wet my hair with this Flairosol. The one thing you should know about Innersense products is they all need to be applied to really, really wet hair. And that's because they are very concentrated as well as water soluble. So my hair is soaking wet right now, and I'm going to apply about the size of a nickel. And all Innersense products need to be activated. So basically what I do is I just, in my hands, I warm it up. And hair bath is really about cleansing the scalp. With curly hair, that's what we need to address when we cleanse the hair. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to part the hair, apply this cleanser directly to the scalp in a few different areas, and then I'm gonna start working it in. Okay, so normally this is done in my shower, so this is a little different and new for me, but I'm going outside of my comfort zone to help all you curly girls on your journey. As you can see, I'm just applying a little bit more water. Honestly, water is the secret ingredient because water is what hydrates the hair. It's also what helps spread that very concentrated product around. So as you can see, I'm really going at it with my fingers. I'm vigorously scrubbing my scalp. What it's gonna do is, first of all, it's gonna help lift off any dirt and debris, product buildup, sweat, oil, anything like that. But what it also does is it stimulates your hair follicles. It adds more circulation to your scalp, which when you have proper circulation, your blood vessels are gonna bring nutrients, bring oxygen to those hair follicles. So you wanna spend a good 3 minutes really giving it a good scrub. If it's been longer since you have cleansed, this could take 4 to 5 minutes. And as you can see, this is not gonna suds up. It has a very light foaming, frothing quality, but it's not gonna give you that luxurious suds that a lot of shampoos do. And that's because Innersense doesn't have a chemical detergent. Everything is plant-based. So you're never gonna get that big luscious suds. And really kind of focus on those areas of your scalp that tend to kind of get a little gritty sooner. Okay, so now I'm gonna rinse this really thoroughly. Be right back. Okay, so I rinsed my cleanser really thoroughly, scrubbing as I rinsed. I wanna make sure that I didn't leave any trace particles of that hair bath in, because that would, your scalp would get dirty a lot quicker. Now I'm gonna start the conditioning process. And with conditioning, this is the most important part of your whole routine. So you wanna really spend a good amount of time hydrating and conditioning your hair. So I'm gonna use the Color Radiance Conditioner from Innersense. And I'm gonna use a little bit more conditioner than I did cleanser. Once again, I'm gonna activate this product by just rubbing it in my hands. You wanna put this on soaking wet hair, so don't let your hair dry at all. I'm actually gonna be adding lots more water in as I go. And then I start by just putting this like on the mid-shaft, on the mid-shafts to ends, distributing it throughout the hair. And then I'm gonna work it all the way to the scalp. I personally, in the shower, just use my fingers to detangle and condition the hair. But if you're having a really hard time getting through your tangles, you can use a wet brush. So wet brush is gonna be the brand Wet Brush, and it has really flexible bristles. And then if you were to use this, you wanna just start at the bottom and kind of work your way up to the scalp. And just very gently detangling, pulling that hair off the scalp. And then when you're in your shower, you wanna constantly be adding more water. And how you would do that is when you're working your conditioner through, you're gonna step out of the stream of the water, but still have access to that water. And what you'll do is as you're working that conditioner in, you're just gonna take your hand and dip it under the water and add whatever water is on your hand from dipping it in and add it in. So this process should take you, depending on how much hair, how thick it is, how dry it is, I would say 5 minutes at the least, and maybe 20 minutes if your hair's longer, more tangly, and drier. And you can see I'm just continuously adding more water. So water is what hydrates the hair, not conditioner. So if you're feeling like your hair is dry, just really make sure that you spend a good amount of time working that conditioner and adding lots of water in. A lot of the times I'll do this upside down in my shower because I like my hair to be big and full. And when I condition, I can pull that hair off the scalp if I'm upside down. So now that I'm pretty much done with my conditioning, I'm now gonna tell my hair where to go when it's styled. So this is where you're gonna input your part, you're gonna try to work around any cowlicks that might usually give you kind of trouble. I part my hair pretty far over on the side and all of this comes this way. And then on the top of my head in the crown, I wanna give it more lift and volume. So I'm gonna take this front section and comb it with my fingers over to the side. Okay. And then this top crown section, I'm just gonna take a chunk of this and comb it off my scalp. like so, really getting all the way down to the root. Okay. And then on this side, I'm just gonna kind of comb it forward and off my scalp. Okay? The last thing I'm gonna do is what we call squish to condish. And so I'm just going to gather that hair in my hand, do a couple of pulsing, and what that's doing is it's forcing that conditioner and that water deeper into my hair. Okay, so now we have all of our curls really happy and hydrated, full of water and nutrients, and now I'm gonna rinse the conditioner. So they're all in these really nice, defined, beautiful curls, and I don't wanna ruin all the work I just did by blasting it with a bunch of hot water. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn the water pressure and temperature down. So I'm gonna use cool water and low pressure to rinse out the conditioner. So, like I said before, I have fine, low density hair, and my hair can easily get weighed down by too much product or conditioner left in. So I'm actually gonna rinse out all the conditioner. For me, that's gonna take about 60 seconds of rinsing, but you may have drier hair, curlier hair, more dense hair, and you might want to consider leaving more conditioner in. I would say most people are going to leave in 20 to 50% of the conditioner. So think about it in how many seconds you're going to rinse. I'm going to rinse for about 60. You might be rinsing for 40 or 30 or 10. But this is a really fun time to experiment. Try and see what works for you. Be right back. Okay, so now I'm going to apply my styling products. And I'm gonna do this to soaking wet hair. So don't feel like you need to squeeze out any of the water. Like I said, Innersense products work really well with lots of water in the hair. So I'm gonna start with a gel and then I'm gonna put a foam on top of it. And this is I Create Hold from Innersense. And I'm using, I don't know, about the size of a quarter or so. Like I said, I have not that much hair, so you might want to try using more than this. And my hair is drenching, soaking wet. You would apply this in your shower, and once again, activating the product before I put it on. I'm gonna flip upside down to apply this, coat the outside of my hair and underneath, and then I'm gonna finger comb it through and then squish it in, okay? So, I first coat the hair, and then finger comb it through, like so. Anytime you finger comb products through, you want to re-wet it. So that's what I'm going to do right now. So I'm adding just a little bit more gel and scrunching it in. Really making that squishy, squishy sound, okay? Now I want to kind of organize the curls by just gently shaking to put them in place. And a little bit more squishing. I'm going to take a look, see how it's looking. Okay, it's looking pretty good. This top section had a little bit of frizz, so I'm just coating it with a little bit more gel and squishing those curls back. So that would have been considered my filler product. And now I'm gonna use a sealer, which I'm using the I Create Lift volumizing foam from Innersense. This is the travel size bottle, so it takes a little bit more squirts. So I'm using about a half a palmful, and I'm gonna spread this throughout my hands like so. I'm gonna lean over, first kind of gently apply some closer to the roots, kind of laying that product on, and then underneath, like so, and squishing it up. And then I'm squeezing out the excess water. And you can see these curls are looking pretty good. Yep. Now I'm gonna towel dry using a flour sack towel, and then we'll head over to diffuse. So we like to use flour sack towels. They lightly absorb water without creating frizz because there's no texture to them, they're smooth. So using a flour sack towel like this, or a t-shirt, something smooth. And then I just move my hand on that towel and dry the next side. Okay, be right back. Okay, so now we're gonna go over diffusing. What I'd like to say about that is there's many different ways to diffuse, but my recommendation would be to diffuse as soon as you towel dry. At least get your hair maybe 30 to 40% dry to allow that gel cast to start to form so it can protect your curls. I'm gonna be using high heat and low airflow. And then when you have your diffuser and you put it on your hair, you never wanna shake it or bob it up and down. You wanna put it in one section and leave it there until your scalp starts to get sensitive. If you want more volume, I suggest starting upside down, which is what I'm gonna do, and then I'm gonna go side to side. High heat, low airflow, starting upside down. You're then gonna come and do each side, gathering the hair from the bottom, bringing it all the way to the root. So each time you gather a section of hair, you're gonna bring it all the way up to the root because we really wanna get those roots dry. So depending on how hot your blow dryer is and how sensitive your scalp is, that determines how long the dryer's gonna stay in that one section. So this is a Dyson dryer, it's pretty hot, so I'm really only able to leave it there maybe 40 seconds, but my dryer at home, I can leave it there probably close to 2 minutes. So you can see that my hair is starting to form in its curls, the gel cast is starting, and now what I wanna do is clip the roots. So my hair is maybe, I don't know, 50% dry at this point. So I'm gonna teach you how to clip your roots, and then I'm gonna diffuse some more. And I'm gonna get up nice and close to this camera so that you guys can really see what I'm doing. What I'm gonna be using is these 2-prong clips, the ones without the bar in the middle, okay? And when I place these on my scalp, so imagine my hand being my scalp, I wanna place them this way, right? So that the ridge is laying on my scalp and it's not plopped over flat. So I'm just going to take a look and find like where I want to start. Typically I just do like this area to kind of lift and give a little bit more volume. So I'm going to pinch and grab a section and prop it up, like lift it up. And then this clip is going right at my scalp. I'm barely opening that clip and I'm just sliding it through. And you can see how that section's propped up. When I open these clips, I only open them about this far, okay? So I'm gonna do another section. I pinch and lift, set this clip at my scalp, open and slide it in. And then I'm gonna do the same thing on this side. Pinch and lift, set the clip on the scalp, open and slide it in. Okay? Pinch and lift, set it on the scalp, open and slide it in. And then I'm gonna do a few in the back. Hopefully I can catch this. And I really just do this all by feel. Pinch and lift, open, slide it in. Hopefully y'all saw that. Okay. Pinch and lift, open, slide it in. And then, so in the front, you may have like a cowlick you're trying to fight or something like that. The way I wear my hair is really working with my growth pattern, so I'm not trying to fight anything. But at this point, you could like push the hair over or push it back with your little clip if you're wanting to kind of wear it off your face more. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm going to continue drying, but before I do that, I'm gonna set my hair with some hairspray. It's called I Create Finish from Innersense. This is really strong, so I'm just gonna use maybe 4 pumps or so. And I hold it about 8 inches away from my head. And 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I'm gonna continue diffusing and I'll be back shortly. Okay, so I continued diffusing until my hair was about 80% dry. It took a total of about maybe 15 minutes, and then I air dried the rest of the way. And now I'm gonna show you, now that my hair is dry and still in its gel cast, I'm gonna show you how to take your clips out, scrunch out the crunch, and kind of fluff it up. So I first want you to get a kind of closer view of how my hair looks now. It still looks like it's wet because of that gel cast, but in reality, it's fully dry. So now I'm just gonna gently remove the little clips, and I just do this by feel, by finding them and gently pulling them out. And now we're going to scrunch out the crunch. And basically what I'm gonna be doing is using my fingertips to break that gel cast. So I'm doing small circles at the scalp, like so, all around until the roots feel softer. And then I'm gonna flip upside down and scrunch it out. So I'm gonna flip and just firmly squeezing and pulsing. And then I tilt from side to side, making sure that I break that gel cast on all sides of my hair. Now there's one more little trick you can do to get a little bit more volume right there at the scalp. What I'm gonna do is use a metal pick. I'm gonna come in at the root, pull up an inch or two, and come right back out the way I went in. And I'm gonna do this several times on all sides. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. All right, what do you think? I think it looks really good. Okay, so if anyone has any questions or needs more explanation on anything, please feel free to reach out, comment, ask those questions in the comment, share this video with your friends, and let me know what other videos you would like me to make. Once again, my name is Quinn Bishop and I'm the Educational Director at Curlture Salon in Santa Rosa, California. I hope you learned something, and if there's anything I can do to support you on your curl journey, just let me know.